Hey guys, are skyrocketing flight prices and sneaky hidden fees keeping you grounded? You're not alone. Today we're diving into 7 killer travel hacks that can save you big on your next adventure. So buckle up and let's get ready to fly. Hello, we made the bold leap into early retirement, and our channel is all about inspiring you to embrace your golden years while uncovering smart, affordable ways to see the world. Last year, we were on the move constantly. Between the two of us, Kevin and I, we took 19 trips, covered over 96,000 miles, and spent 209 days exploring 15 countries and 84 cities across 5 continents. Phew, that's a lot of air travel. So today, I'm excited to share some of our favorite hacks for scoring cheap flights. Flights are often the most expensive part of any trip, which is why it's so important to find ways to save. By being mindful of your booking habits and using a few simple strategies, you can make a big difference in the cost of your next flight. Let's dive into 7 travel hacks that can help you save on your next flight. Let's kick off with hack number 1. Be flexible with your travel dates. The more wiggle room you have, the more money you'll save. Here's how. If you're a retiree or a digital nomad, you've got the golden ticket of flexibility. Take advantage and travel whenever it's cheapest. If you're still tied to a 9 to 5 or you don't have as much flexibility, even adjusting a day or two on either end of your trip, the beginning or at the end, can mean big savings. Also, flying on off peak days. Weekdays, usually midweek, tend to be easier on the wallet. And also, here's the game changer, keep checking flight prices on different days and at different times because believe it or not, the prices can spike or go up or down even at the top of an hour. I've been booking a flight at like 4:50 and was checking everything before I hit book, and then right before my eyes it changed at 5 o'clock. So make sure you're looking at different times and different days. Number 2, flexibility with your time. Usually early flights or late flights are less expensive. I know it's hard to get up at old dark 30, but the prices are usually better. There are fewer cancellations when you do that. There's less traffic. And then there's time to adjust. If there is weather issues or anything like that, you do have time. Another way to save with your time, is time or money, is the number of layovers. So if you get nonstop, of course, it's going to cost more. If you do where you have a layover, it could be a cheaper flight. And usually for us, uh, having a layover for me doesn't bother me because I'm usually either working or I use that time because that's our travel day. I use that time to walk the airport so I can actually get some exercise in if I know I'm just going to be sitting on a plane. Also, another hack is flexibility with your airport. Look for surrounding airports that are within a 2-hour drive. You may find better deals than always going to the same airport. You may be really surprised. Another hack, number 4, is budget airlines or local, regional, or country airlines for a specific country. They don't offer all the thrills that you may get with the bigger airlines, but they may offer better deals. But word to the wise, make sure you're checking because you do sometimes get nickeled and dimed to death. You have to even pay for the seat on the plane. So there are a lot of hidden fees like baggage fees, like I said, seat costs. Make sure you read the reviews. The food could be horrible, or there may not be any food, or they charge you for everything. So make sure you do that. You may have to pack some snacks. So those things are all important as well. Also, guys, if you're finding value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. Number 5 is Google Flights. We absolutely love Google Flights, and that's usually, there are a lot of search engines out there, but that's the one we prefer. We love this search engine because you can put all kinds of scenarios in it to help you with your search. Now, we use this for research only. We do not book flights through Google Flights. We usually go directly to that airline because if there's any problems or issues, you can deal with it with the airline without having to, deal with a third party. So, but we definitely love Google Flights. So let's take a look at what you can do with Google Flights. So we're here in Google Flights, and I will put the link to this website in the description below. And when we get to this site, it is automatically set for flights. And I'm going to go down and hit one way because that's what we've been most successful with doing, and it works well for us. You be you, whatever works well for you. And then where from, just put in some airports that are close to you or within, like I said, 2 hour driving distance as well. Now, we are close to, I'm familiar with the DC area, so I'm going to put in some of those airports. So, and New York. So that's kind of an outlier, but I can find inexpensive ways to get to New York. So try a couple of those. I think you can do up to 5. So those are some airports that we don't mind leaving from. And where to, you can put in any place that you want to, or you can be flexible. That's another way to be flexible is location, because you can also fly somewhere that's close to where you would like to go. So we can put in London, and you see London has several airports as well. Departure. Now I can look and see when's the most inexpensive time, not the most expensive, the most inexpensive time to go to London. And so I see here, it looks like the 13th or the 19th. So let's try the 19th and hit done. And then I will put it in for it to search. Now you can put in other filters, which is fantastic. The number of stops, airlines, bags, price, times, all of these different things connecting airports, how long you want it to be. Now it defaults to best, but I always select cheapest because that's how we're rolling at this point. We're trying to save money, and the more we save, the more we can go travel. And so you see here, it'll line it up. And then it says sorted by top flights. No, you want it sorted by price. And so it will line it up based on the price. And so you see here, this looks like it may be a budget airline. I'm not familiar with it, but that one's first is 211. And then here you see 255. So Iceland Air might be a great one to look at. And so I'll look and see which one's the cheapest. And then we actually go to that particular airline to look at their stuff. And so you see they've got JetBlue. These are some more budget. And then you see Virgin. Of course, the prices are going up. And so we'll go to that specific website. And what's nice, you'll see here where the bag is crossed out. Like I said, some of the budget airlines don't include bags. You have to look at that. Now, sometimes you'll see the bags crossed out for some of the major airlines. And what we do is if we have that credit card, sometimes we get our bags free, or it's included with our fare if we book through that website, the airline using our that particular branded credit card. So that's another thing that you can do. Okay, another great feature is Explore. You can go up here and Explore. And so you can say, I'm leaving from Washington, DC area, and I want to go to anywhere in the world. So you see here, zoom out some, but you can zoom in and you can see what are some inexpensive places to go in the next 6 months if you have the flexibility to do that. And so you can see Dublin's not bad, $250. Go to London for $207. So all these different places that you can go to. And then once you get on the continent of Europe, you can fly inexpensively. And that's the case in most places in the world. Once you get to that area, you can usually fly pretty inexpensively within that region. You can do that. Or if you want to stay in the United States, for those of you in the US or on the continent here, you can look at places that are in the United States. So just say, hey, I can go to Boston for $39. Okay, I'll do it. Or go to Atlanta. Or you can do, look at places like that. Or if you want to go down to South America, what are some inexpensive places I can go down there? I mean, Rio for $194, it's not a bad deal. And so you can do that as well. So that's kind of nice to have that function. Number 6, alerts and emails. Google has an alert that you can use to be notified of flight changes. I also use this tool to get an idea of what is a great price. So when it hits that point, you can jump on it. So I'll kind of watch and like, oh, this is a great deal here. And then that's, pull the plug. Also, if you have a favorite airline, get on their email list that you use. I know it gets annoying, but sometimes they have some amazing deals that they don't publish publicly, or you may be one of the first ones to jump on these particular deals before they're gone. Number 7, and I say the best one for last, that is travel hacking with credit cards. This has saved us so much money, and we rarely pay for a flight anymore. We usually only pay for airport taxes and fees. And the way that this works is you get a travel credit card and you put as many expenses as possible on that card. Now, warning, you must pay it off monthly so that you don't defeat the purpose of getting the points in the first place by racking up exorbitant fees. We just scored a deal on a flight just 2 weeks ago or so that would have cost us $500 for one way for the two of us. And we only paid $96 in taxes after using our points. So we have earned so many points over the years that we've been able to book flights and hotels using these credit cards. Now, I'm putting together a video just about travel hacking using credit cards. So please subscribe so that you don't miss it. Speaking of one way, we usually only book one way flights because it gives us the flexibility to change one leg of our journey if we need to do it. We've booked through a third party before and it was a round trip. And if you miss one part of it, you was just screwed for the whole thing. So we like having the flexibility anyway because we may get somewhere, we want to stay there longer. Or we may get somewhere and we want to leave earlier, and that gives us the flexibility to do it. So we just pay that little extra just to be able to have the cancellation that we need. And also just in case we need to get home quickly or anything like that. Sometimes we want to use different airlines. So we do that way. You know, we come in on one airline and the other airline's cheaper. That's another hack. You don't have to fly round trip with one airline. You can use various airlines because one airline may be cheaper going back than the one that took you to wherever you're at. In conclusion, these 7 travel hacks can save you big on your next flight. From being flexible with your travel dates to using the right credit card, there are plenty of ways to make a difference in the costs of your next trip. Thanks so much for watching our video today. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment below about your favorite flight travel hack. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Take care, everyone, and safe travels.